Once little more than a handmade doll, Gwen was brought to life just as ruination rained death upon Runeterra. Armed with the misty memories and tools of her maker, Gwen fights with a flurry of snips and slashes.
No time to rest.
Think you can make the cut? Welcome to the Gwen Champion Spotlight. Gwen sows pain with her passive, 1,000 cuts. Her attacks and certain abilities deal a percent of her enemy's max health on hit. If the enemy she hits is a champion, she'll recover a part of the damage dealt, granting her sustain. Gwen's Q is Snip Snip. Use Q to cut your foes down to size, snipping twice and damaging all enemies hit, with the last snip dealing substantial bonus damage. Enemies at the center of Gwen's snips take true damage instead, and those unfortunate souls will earn 1,000 cuts. Ouch. Looking to thread some extra damage? Gwen's Q passively stockpiles ammunition in the form of stitches for each basic attack she lands. Snip Snip can consume any save stitches to deal extra small slashes when you first activate Q. I guess snitches really do get stitches. Hollowed Mist, Gwen's W, summons mist around Gwen, making her untargetable to all enemies outside the mist for a few seconds. Enemies can still hit Gwen if they get inside the circle, and towers can always target her, but Gwen isn't defenseless. She'll gain armor and magic resist so long as she stays within the mist. You can recast W once while the ability is active to reposition it, and if Gwen attempts to leave the protective circle, Hollowed Mist is recast automatically. Keep an eye on the cooldown and use W to protect against ranged attacks, while continuing to poke and jab. Your enemies won't be missed.
Try again! I dare you!
Gwen's E, Skip and Slash, is a dash that buffs her attacks for several seconds. Empowered attacks gain bonus range, attack speed, and additional damage on hit. The first attack to hit after using E reduces the cooldown of Skip and Slash, so you can deal damage without missing a stitch.
I run with scissors.
This is the only time it's okay to run with scissors, kids. The first time you cast Gwen's ultimate, Needlework, she fires a needle that damages and slows your foes. Hit an enemy with an attack or ability within seconds of landing Needlework, and you get to cast it again. And again. Each time you cast Needlework, it fires off more needles, dealing more damage. Up to 3 total casts. 1,000 cuts is applied to all enemies hit with Gwen's ultimate, allowing you to really reap what you sow.
No loose threads!
Gwen is tailor-made for the top lane, constantly attacking and stacking to weave a tapestry of both pain and sustain. Looks like scissors beats rock after all. Be cautious in the early game, and avoid champions who can outmaneuver her mist. While Hollowed Mist can protect against one-off skill shots, Juggernauts can get in close to take you out as they tank damage. And in ranged matchups, you run the risk of getting caught outside the mist. Play it safe so you can craft your victory in the mid to late game. Gwen really comes to life hunting down opponents and using Needlework to damage and slow.
Here's a sewing trick!
By constantly using her skills alongside her passive, Gwen is able to dish out damage with short cooldowns and steady sustain. Enemies making a run for it, Skip and Slash in hot pursuit to watch them unravel.
No stitching that back together!
Gwen deals constant damage, so rely on your tight-knit team to keep you safe when you go for the kill. Position with Hollowed Mist staying just out of reach, and you'll get your point across.
Lucian, you missed too many shots.
All dolled up and ready to take on the Rift? You can learn more about the Hollowed Seamstress by clicking the links below.